I like to talk. What's up, Super Saiyans, and welcome back to another episode of Chatterbox. Y'all already know what it is. I got my recliner and my Spider-Man pillow behind me. We're chilling, okay? Now, before I get into anything, I'm filming this on the 19th, which means it's Father's Day and Juneteenth. So I want to start it off by saying Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and Happy Juneteenth to everybody as well. Make sure you're supporting a Black-owned business, not just today or just on Juneteenth, but every day of the year. Yeah, let's do that. But okay, today's quote is by Kevin Durant, and that is that hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. So I'm gonna let that simmer, let it marinate, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let that, let y'all internalize that and all that good stuff. But let's get into today's topic. Cue the disclaimer. So if you are not aware, which I'm sure you are, Drake dropped an album called Honestly Nevermind on the 17th, and there are some very mixed reviews on it. Now, I'm going to start by saying, personally, I like the album. I like to think that my musical palette is a little diverse. So the music that he put out, I don't even know the genre of it. I can't even tell you what it's classified as. I like the type of music. I have multiple songs from, like, a multitude of artists that are that type, like, you know, added to my playlist, like that type of music. That just, you know, so I like that type of music. And I also want to say that I am not by any means a diehard Drake fan or anything of that nature. So, it, you know, like, whenever he drops a project, I'm not rushing to listen to it or anything like that. I like his music. I think he's a great artist, but I just want to let you guys know that I am in no way biased in my standpoint on this album. So, there's that. Now, a lot of people think that it's trash. Like, a lot of people don't like it. And I have a theory as to why. So most of the time when Drake puts out a project, he normally has songs that appeal to different audiences. So on one hand, he has like the simp songs, like, you know, the slower, softer music. And then on the other hand, he has like the more hardcore, like not even hardcore, but just like more rap centered, I guess you could say. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying. There's two ends of the spectrum. Drake puts out music on both ends, but this album he didn't. This album he put out something completely different, and no one was ready for that. No one was expecting that. So when he posted it and everybody was like, ooh, you know, Drake's dropping an album, nobody expected for the songs to be on the album that were on the album. So there's that. He chose the audience that he wanted to appeal to with this album. And for the people that think it's trash, you just weren't in that audience. You know what I'm saying? But I will say though that I have a feeling that the same people who are saying it's trash now are going to be listening to it later. I think that's just kind of how it works. I have to say personally, that's happened to me. I think Drake has put on a couple of songs that I didn't really take to when I first heard them, but after listening to them a couple times over, you know, then it was like, oh, you know, I kind of like it. It's okay. It grew on me. It's cool. It's nice or whatever. But yeah, like, I think a lot of people were expecting, let's see, what's like what's a hard Drake song? Like, I think a lot of people were expecting like a pound cake, and they got more of a take care. You know? An album full of knife talk and pound cake and what other, like, oh, I'm blanking. You know what I'm saying. People were expecting that side of things, and they got the complete other end of the spectrum. The songs he the songs he put on this album are very, like, the energy they give are chill. It's like, it's like, it could be used for a lot of different stuff. You can, you know, it could be used, like, you know, club circuit, dance type situation, which is doing really well in, by the way. Or, like, me personally, I probably use it and if I'm doing my self-care routine, if I'm in the shower for a long time, I put this album on while I'm washing my hair, you know, like, that's the type of energy it gives me. And you guys know that that meme where it's like that cartoon character, I think it's from Bob's Burgers. I think that's the show that it's from, but he's like dancing, he's like with his headphones on. That's the vibe that this album gives me. So if it doesn't give you that vibe, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. But I will say, just because you don't appeal to that type of music doesn't make the album trash. It just means you just don't like the songs on it, which is perfectly fine. You know, I personally like Sticky, Massive, A Keeper, and I don't remember the name of the song with 21 Savage on it, but I like that song too. But let's get into the facts of the matter. I'm going to start by saying that at the point that Drake is at right now in his career, he can't miss. Like, he cannot. Like, statistically and numbers wise, like, if we're going off those, he can't put out a bad album. Because right now, like, as we speak, the album is still being listened to, it's still being played, it's still being streamed. So it's still doing numbers. Like, it's still doing pretty well. Even though, like, despite the fact that there are so many people, like, who are saying it's trash or it's bad or whatever. And he knew what he was doing when he put out this album. Like, he knew for a fact that it wasn't, I don't think he put this album out with the intention of appealing to the audience who likes that, you know, version of him, like that rap side of him. I don't think he was doing it for that. I think he put it out, maybe he was trying to try something a little different, but either way, he knew it was going to appeal to a certain audience. But I will say that there's nothing that anybody anywhere can do that there isn't going to be somebody who has something negative to say about it. So that being said, like, that's why you can't live your life based on anybody's opinions, because nothing can be done where everybody's going to agree. It's just a fact. Nobody, like, Drake did not put out this album expecting everybody to like it. I don't think he did that personally. And it would be logical if he did it, you know, because I don't think there's any album that he's ever put out, you know, that everybody's liked or 100% of the people have taken to. So the people who are saying it's trash just because it's different, I mean, hey, he wasn't trying to appeal to you. Fact of the matter, bottom line. And he probably, like, the point that he's at right now, he probably does not have to put out another album for a cool couple of years, and he'll still be straight financially. Like, that's where he's at. Imagine the influence a man has to have to be able to put out anything, like literally anything, and it still be good. He could probably put out an album where he's banging on some trash can lids and talking gibberish over it, and people will there's still gonna be somebody who's gonna like it. Like, that's where he's at right now. Let's just keep it a full stack. He's making bank off of either way. He's still probably gonna go on a tour. He's gonna put out a visual or a couple visuals where, you know, they're gonna hit millions of views on YouTube or whatever other platform it's, you know, it's put out on, because that's just where he is right now. I guarantee you there's gonna be at least one song, that hits number one on the charts. Like, it may not stay number one for a very long time, but it's gonna hit that mark, because that's, once again, he's Drake.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
Like I said, he don't miss. He can't. It's almost impossible for him to 100% miss. Yeah. So, like I said earlier, it's doing well in the club circuit because that's, once again, the type of music that's on it. The way he marketed this, which was, like, kind of not at all, really. I think, to a certain extent, he knew that the people who are saying it's trash now, we're gonna say it was trash regardless. Like, just because, like, at the point he's at right now, he has a team around him, a team of marketers, a team of, like, people, you know, PR people who do this, who, like, know how this stuff works, who are putting stuff out on purpose to, you know, either build, you know, create a buzz or build more of a, like, you know, there's a lot of different reasons they could be doing stuff. But he was appealing to a specific audience on purpose. And hence the reason why it's doing well where it's doing well, the club circuit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Drake is bothered by it at all. Like, there was a tweet that was, it was like a Mickey Mouse when he was, like, just looking kind of down and out, and the caption was, "This is Drake looking at these tweets about his album right now." I don't think he cares. Quite frankly, I do not think that man is in any way, shape, or form bothered by the negative reviews, because I have a feeling there's a lot more positive reviews than there are negative. And it was kind of funny, though, because when he posted that he was gonna drop the album, there were so many people like I follow on Instagram like reposting it. So I'm like clicking through stories. I'm seeing he's gonna drop an album. Like, oh, okay, cool. And then I go back like and after he drops it, and people are like, oh, he missed. Oh, it sucks. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Well, there you go. And it's funny because me and Christian were sitting talking about it as we're listening to the album, and he was like, yeah, no, I personally, well, this is Christian talking. I personally think it's cool, like I don't dislike the album, but there's gonna be a song on here that goes number 1. And I was like, duh, it's Drake. Yeah, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till I get to that point. I can't wait till I have enough influence to put out anything, and it just takes because of who I am as a person, my status, my reputation, etc., etc. Soon, very, very soon, very, 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 very soon. But today's takeaways from this episode are: Drake put out an album. Some people don't like it, some people do like it, and there's nothing that that you can do, nothing that you can put out or display to the world that everybody 100% is going to like. There's always going to be somebody who has something negative to say about your moves, whatever moves you're making. So, like, that being said, don't let that stop you from doing anything, Let me know what you guys think of the album in the comments. Please, let's start a conversation about this. I want to see your thoughts on this because this is funny. It's just funny because I want to see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. I'm already knowing I'll be driving down the street one day and it's gonna be somebody in the car next to me blasting a keeper. It's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna chuckle. I'm gonna giggle. It's gonna be funny to me. But yeah, that being said, that pretty much concludes this episode. That pretty much concludes this episode of Chatterbox. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next week.